What would happen if we get...
Hello, 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 hello. So, I am back. I know I don't have a schedule, but I am trying to get up here as much as I can. So, thank you for coming back, whether you're watching this now or whether you're watching this later. I appreciate you. But not much for intro, so let's jump right in. Today, we have a Kodachrome scan that I have found, and I have scanned in using a little... Kodak Scanza, not the greatest thing in the world, but it gets the job done. And just based on the style of Kodachrome, I wish I would have pulled it out, but I didn't. It's probably about 1940s or so. You guys, we could take a look here at the dress. Of course, I have it open here in Photoshop. Can't really tell what's on that, what she's reading there. But I guess those outfits are maybe 50s. Early 50s, late 40s. Look at that hat. I mean, that screams 50s, doesn't it? I don't know. I guess that car is 50s, isn't it? So, sometimes looking at these things are like looking for clues, right? Like, you can't totally read all this either. I wonder what that says. It's definitely car related. I don't know. This is probably, it says arch, maybe? That's probably like the seating arrangement or something. You know what? Let us, instead of listening to just the sound of my voice, let's turn on some tunes. This is Olivia Tatara.
Why don't you enjoy a cup of calming
from YouTube.
tea?
I find it pretty relaxing and pretty chill as I'm going through this. I'll turn it down just a scotch. So, again, like I said, we're going through this. This is an ad, it looks like, but that looks like some sort of like roadster. Right? Here's a press box. That's what the press folks wore. So rad, isn't it? Flag. I don't know what this flag is here. That's kind of rad. Oh wait, did I ever hit that? I wonder. I hope it did. Let me check. Oh, I did. Okay, I'm awesome. Yay. All right, so like I said, I don't know what kind of car this is, but that's rad looking. And maybe to find out exactly what's going on in this set, in this series, we might have to see if I've scanned in any of the other images to see if we can't get any more context. So, fair cast, you got, those look like soldiers there, sailors. Both with the white, with the fair cast, does that say? What is fair cast? Some sort of broadcasting booth. Anyway. That's that side of the... Oh, I moved the image all over the place, didn't I? Look at that. So we are going to clean this thing up. This is going to be ultimately a print. I run a print store. Hasn't really got off the ground yet, but I'm hoping. This will be one of the images that we kind of rescue. Look at that old school camera there. Camera reel. So whatever this event was, it was a big deal.
Pretty good advice and great tea.
Life happens wherever you are.
Amoco.
Whether you make it or not.
Power car, some sort of race thing. Austin Healey. I mean, here's a board. That's cool looking just right there, isn't it? Look at that. Dun, dun, dun.
Understanding others.
I love Iroh. He's the shiz.
And the other nations will help you become whole.
Yes, they will. So I don't know. But we're going to do a couple things. We're going to reframe it. Generally, we sell things in an 8x10 or an 8x12 in the shop. Just because it's the most common print size. So we want to make it easy for people. Then we're going to clean up. Like we have some just gunk. And then we might try to find maybe a sunset or a cloud. Kind of maybe warm this up, make it a little more appealing for people. Give it a different kind of tonality. It's kind of meh right now. Just kind of, I don't want to say, it is kind of blown out. Like you have a highlight here and you have a highlight here that's blown out. Ooh, here's a newspaper. God, I wish it was. Yeah, I can't see a whole lot.
It is important to draw wisdom from many different.
And I like this guy's hand here. It actually cracks me up.
Only one place.
Not sure if there's a whole lot I could do about that. I guess I could try to Photoshop it out if I cared. I probably do care. Yeah, we'll have to take care of that. That's a bummer, but we'll have to do it. It's a cool image, though. We'll straighten it out, too. So first, let's do all that. So we'll go with we'll see what kind of compositions. We'll definitely do a horizontal composition. Do we like that? And we see we kind of using this line here to I just wonder if it needs to be that much because we're losing a lot of that foreground there, and this like space here really helps the photograph. So Iroh is so cool. I'm such a millennial. Doesn't everybody our age like Iroh? Maybe something like that. Again. Let's see. This right here, up here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It says delete crop pixels. When you're doing something like this, don't ever delete crop because in case you need to go back. Now, I like this, but now it kind of feels claustrophobic. Even though... So if you're going to do that, let's see what, like, really committing and putting the balance between the two. I think whatever we end up doing, and if we need to get more sky, we can always get more sky. Like, the sky is the easiest part. Because we don't want, if we're going to do it, we want to cut them off where it makes sense. Maybe not that guy, so maybe we do need to go like that. Don't know. But we do have to decide, so. I think I do like it. Also, the other way to take it, probably won't sell as many, but it'll look cooler. Sometimes that's what it's about, right? Maybe in a 16:9. And then you can go like that way with it. Right? And then you just need to tilt it a little bit just to straighten it out. Oh, yeah, that's money. That's the way we're going. Because then you get really... And then we could put more of the focus over here on the Coca-Cola and the Amico because that's going to be... And then, whereas I still think we'll need... You can't see what I'm pointing at. I'm doing this as if that was going to do something. But... So yeah, and this is a really nice point of interest here.
People see me
Here.
They want to take care of me, but I can take care of myself by myself.
Yes, you can, Toph.
Unlike my nephew, always thinking you need to do things on your own without anyone.
Let me try to make this image bigger for you guys too. So first, let's do some color work just so I can kind of not hate it, because I really hate these Ooh, good tune. I really the like the cooler color palettes. I'm just not a fan. Give me a sunset any day of the week. So it could be two options we could do. We could do a sky replacement with a sunset, but first let's color the. No, actually, let's find the sunset image first. Do we want to do that? Also, a thing we should note is what direction the shadows are coming from. See, like right here. So the shadows are coming in, I guess, from your direction, because I'm reversed, I guess, would be the shadows hitting the wall. So the sun's coming from this direction over here. So we need to pick an image where the sun will be coming from this direction here. Because you can see right here, this lady here, and these are the little details that matter when you're, same in drawing, same in any art form, really. Is these little things matter. And then also you notice, you see how this wall here is in shade? That means that not only is it coming from the side, it's slightly coming from the back. So this is actually a really good sunset image to use because of that reason, because the light is being motivated from the back, which we need to maintain and make sure that the objects still have the shadows, they stay shadows. It's hard to explain because we're going to add orange to the shadow, and we'll get there. We'll get there. But I'm getting ahead of myself because it's starting to click. So on my other screen over here, I'm going through some old personal work, making sure there's nothing I shouldn't be showing you guys over there, to find an image that would be appropriate to composition. That's a possibility. This was an image I shot in... Shit, I don't even remember. Where was that? Indian Camp Creek, which is by us. I don't think that image is going to work now that I'm looking at it.
Chasing that A and want to save time on proofreading? Grammarly makes editing one click simpler.
So now this could work.
We can suggest ways to rephrase.
This was shot
Right in your paper to help you articulate your ideas clearly.
at Bush Wildlife. So what we'll do is, and this is one of my, I do like to use images that I own, because then I don't have to worry about like copyright. I don't have to worry about licensing, because I do respect all that stuff. So, which means I just want to make sure I'm using my own stuff. So I can even maybe even put this, you see what I'm doing there? Putting the sun, and I can even add maybe a layer to the back here. Let's see what that looks like. This is going to turn out real nice. Doom, doom. Oh, what are we listening to an ad for? I'm sorry, folks. Bad guy. You get zoned into what you're doing, and then that's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Let me do something else real quick. Ha 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 ha. Try to get a few viewers over here from the old Facebooks. Mm-hmm. Hanging out on a Friday. Twitch. Doing a composite. You're staying in tonight. Want to chat about random stuff. Now is the time. Working on that image I promised I would do yesterday. Dink dink. All right, so that's done. Not now. And so I don't think I'm necessarily going to add the the what would you call it? The meadows. And we can always replicate the those sunbeams. Dun, dun. This is kind of the tedious part, but it's important. Sometimes when I'm doing images just quick, I don't necessarily, and even this we'll have to go in and clean it up a little bit, so that's all right. But right now, let's just grab it quick. Or I might blaze through this and get it close, and then I'll fine tune it off screen. That might be what I do. Make selection. I think we're just gonna stick to the mass that way, because I'm gonna have to maybe feather this and do some stuff to it, so I don't want it to be like super hard, meaning like a super hard edge, you know what I mean? And whether you know what I mean or know what I mean, but that's what I mean. Huh. So now the best way to do this would actually take it all the way down to like here. And then actually, oh God, I could do that. That's going to take a minute, but let's get rid of that layer. I was joking about that. My wife tweeting. But that might be the jam. Because then it'll look like real. Maybe we just devote the time. Sometimes if you're gonna do it, it's worth doing. So if I was doing a YouTube video though, I'd probably speed this part up. Man, that's gonna be brutal. Cause look at that. Maybe there's a way. I'm already thinking of a way to cheat. I really shouldn't though, because it'll really sell it if they're behind the folks. Like, let me give you an example of what I mean. Like here, we're gonna take it off this. I guess it would be this awning. So what we're doing is we're masking the awning. Ooh, am I at 100%? I am not. Bad Steve. Get it together, bro. But you know what? We'll, why is the flow? That's weird. Nope. Careful. Boom. Boom. So remember, white reveals, black conceals when you're doing masking. All right, so let's go back over here. And then let's dial this opacity back up. See, and then I did a poor job masking that. So now, imagine we do that across the whole thing. And then, man, I am peeking like crazy. Sorry, folks.
I want my destiny.
What that means is up to you.
Then what happened? You know what? I might be able to do it like this. And just do kind of the select tool. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe that'll work fast. It's definitely gonna work faster. And then I'll just come up and clean it up. But we'll do something quick. Basically, no. Not that much, friend. We don't want the blue. We don't want the blue. We don't even want this blue. And this is going to be, like, not super great. But, man, it's going to be not really super great at all. Let's start over here. Like, that probably did a better job. Man, that's going to be a while. This is where I sit here and decide whether or not I'm going to make the commitment and whether the commitment's worth it. Honestly, that light source is going to have to keep him further. So when you decouple the mask like that, it will, does it even need to be that? Like that? Bum. I wonder if I can get away with. Let's see what we can get away with. First, let's get this mask taken care of at the bottom here. Dun dun. So also what we'll do is we'll kind of do this selection a little bit better than we were. Realistically, we'll probably have to come in here with a pen tool. Mm-hmm. 100%. Yep. Again, we're painting all this stuff back in here. So what's the? Tell me what age? I don't know. See, this is where I wish I had my Wacom tablet, which I also do not have up and running right now, which is kind of a bummer. See, and I know how tedious this is, but man, is it going to look cool. I'll have to draw in a string there, though. That's all right. So anyway, let's go back to this. Zoom back out. Oh no. Don't mess up, friend. I wonder what it's doing. So what we're doing is we're actually coming back down and we're selecting the layer below it to help us with the selection on top. I could have done this multiple ways. This happens just to be the way I landed on. And you guys saw me pick my brain on the best way. I'm not saying this is the best way, but it's going to work. Sometimes done. Believe me, there are times where the process matters. I mean, this isn't not one of those times. No! See, like some of this, I'm just going to have to come in with some sort of tool. Which is fine. Come on now, friend. Maybe we'll get this big chunk here, yeah. But these little ones, I'll have to come in and like actually zoom in and stuff. So now we come back up here. And I should be able to just take a big old brush and just kind of paint all that back in.
You will come to a better place.
Now you can see how it's not perfect. But let's deselect that, come back out, and kind of... that is so... But that's what we're doing. And then, so let's actually color balance this real quick, just way I can not hate it. Because what we have to do is we have to match the foreground, or we just have to match the images together. Whether we take the orange out of the sunset, which is dumb in my opinion, or we take the blue out of the downstairs image, which is what we're going to do. So first... and there's 100 different ways to do this. First, we have some exposure issues in the image. So, and then, but we don't want to go too far with it because it is supposed to be in shade. The biggest thing is that color. So let's add a lot of red. Nope, wrong way. So, and the way this is called a histogram. Is there a way I can make this bigger? Your highlights and whatnot are over here. Your this controls like your shadows. And this is your midtones, obviously. So, and I'll go too far with it, and then I'll try to maybe dial it back. So, generally the way to make sunset is the combination of yellow and red in some degree. You can already see how much better this is, right? And it's already starting to make a little more sense. Now there's some like red, purplish, pinkish hues back there. I don't think we necessarily need to do that. I do think, however, we might need to push that sun maybe even somewhere over there like that for it to be motivated. Again, that shadow is our guide, and it's kind of, in a perfect world, the sun is actually probably a little in front of him and then going back this way. I don't know if that makes sense. I might be backwards, but we're gonna have to just kind of cheat a little bit. Well, a lot of it really, because it's not real, but it is what it is. All right, so that's already better. So really now it's a matter of just painting over all this stuff. Let's get the low-hanging fruit. Dun. Why is my smooth? Just do it. Okay, that's what we want. So basically, we're just getting all the easy stuff. Kind of freehanding it. We'll zoom in when we get a little. I think that's actually going through there, so we might want to be a little more careful through this section. Fastest way to move your brush is actually the bracket keys. Left bracket and whatever the opposite of right is. I'm not sure if we might leave all that hilly stuff in the background, but that might be too much. Well, we'll see when we get there. So, ooh, this is easy. Let's get this off there. So like I said, we'll go in with the fine tooth and I think once I figure out whether or not I want to keep the field in there, which could work. Kind of almost gives it like a, oh, what's the name of that image? But they're all on it's an old impressionist image, as if that narrows it down, right? It's at the end of one of the Mission Possibles. I think 3. If my wife were in here, she would probably know. Even based on that limited information. That's how well she knows me. Da, da, da. Yeah, we're going to really have to go in there. Because this is not super accurate. Okay, so we got some people here. Yeah, baby, details. Now you might also be wondering, like, how are we going to blend even the styles? Because obviously the one image is super contrasty. The other one is not. So, and we'll do some stuff with that. We can desat the images, some blur effects. We just have to get people to believe it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just because people want to believe things. It's actually quite interesting, and it goes a lot to say how misinformation works, because if it makes sense, the brain kind of fills in information. And the same thing goes with this kind of stuff, is that you just have to have like just got to get it close. And then the only people that are really going to look at it are the ones, the other photographers, the other artists, people. That not to be like, they're not going to be mean, but because they appreciate the higher quality and the higher attention to detail. I think that's good there. Maybe. Oop, turn the whole air off. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but it's pretty obvious on my screen here that I'm looking at. It's like this bar here. It's because we moved that image. All right, so through here, you see that? We just need to...
Is it your own destiny? Or is it a destiny someone else has tried to force on you?
I love that show. Is this the one we just did? No. Oh, I think this is the, without looking, pulling back out, I think this is the poll. Which I think we'll leave in, depending on how, simply because it is the poll. Look at that. That's too much. Simply because I think it adds to the realism of the whole thing. Oh, no, wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now that green is actually color noise. I'm not gonna lie, I'm liking where this image is going. It's not gonna lie at all. What's going on there? Oh, it's definitely bringing this back in. Boom. So one fast way to get like a longer mask is like shift clicking, which is a really fun way to like look how much, and it does a straight line. So a lot of times when I have a huge space to get through, that's one way I'll do it. So that looks pretty good. This ended up not being as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it would be terrible, but it's... Fortunately, all this stuff is like really blurry, so, and I think we're gonna get away with it. I really did not want to get the old pen tool in there. It's almost like looking at an impressionist painting, isn't it? It's neat. So again, this is an old Scanza, or excuse me, an old Kodachrome. Very cool. I'll have to... It's crazy to think these people having the time of their life. All gone now. Because they would have been, what, 20s, 30s to be here, probably. At 80 years, that's 110, friends. It's crazy to think about, but one day that'll be us. There'll be some mutated nuclear guy that survived the nuclear holocaust, sitting here doing images of old digital images found in computers. It's our fate, friends. Okay, so that is something. You can barely see it. Just kind of drawing that back in. Let's bring that opacity back down. Very cool. Now this little line here, I may not do anything with. These guys are cool. Oh, I gotta bring those. Wait, am I on the right thing? I am. What did I do? Oh. Wait, what's going on here? So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to draw around these things, I think. What is that? Oh. Maybe I'll give it a little cursory. What is that? I mean, you know what it probably is? It's probably an antenna. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I think this is a really nice detail. Having these oh gosh, I keep losing my train of thought because I'm getting so into the zone. I do find this somewhat relaxing. It's kind of my break from the world, you know?
What would Uncle do?
What would Uncle do?
You have to look within yourself to save yourself from your other self. Only then will your true self.
I mean, I know he's making fun of him there, but he's, you know. What is going on here? The question is how good is that going to look? Sometimes the muddy details really just turn into a mess. Nailed it. Took a break from photography for a while. Glad to be back to it. Just doing the shift click. Just being kind of silly. Then over here, let's get maybe a little bigger brush for this part. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder what this thing was. Like I said earlier, it looks like a press box, but I'm not sure. Or maybe some sort of how far does that thing go up? Or like an announcer box. Like back in my previous life where I had a corporate job and was doing all that, you know, we'd put the talent, as it were, off to the side. That way they could, you know, because you don't want people like bugging them and stuff, and they're trying to work. And a lot of times you got like famous people back there. Which I tell you about famous people, they're great and all, and they're cool, and you should absolutely respect their achievements and what they've done, if what they've done is in fact laudable. But man, they're just people. Like, they just want to be treated like people more often than not. And the ones that don't want to be treated like people are not really ones you want to work with anyway. Or just know what you're signing up for if you do. Man, that's looking good. Whoo! Whoo! I'm happy. I am so... This turned out way better than I thought it was going to. There's less work than I thought it was going to take. Which means my kids get to eat faster. Aren't they lucky? No, I'm kidding. But not really. This did kind of stick out to me a little bit. I will probably have to blur up the background. It's too sharp, right? Because the whole image isn't sharp, and so the background shouldn't be sharp. Getting down to the pixel level, friends. Okay, so I knew there was a bar there. Cool. What the hell is that going on? Surely that's not real. Right? Okay, yeah, I was about to say. So you just gotta be thorough. Am I right? I'm doing this right? Yeah. Oh, it's real streaky. Doesn't need to be. Not down here anyway. So all that's got in. That's good. Oh, let's go. Let's paint some of these folks in, huh? Might want to go with a wee bit smaller brush. I used to not ever want to freehand stuff, but man, you do it for so long. It gets easier. Your hand gets steadier, more confident. Your eye becomes more discerning, which is a great word to use. I love that word. Something I wish more people would do in their life. One of this thing we'll do on this channel is when it's really about the stuff, right? And just ADDing on this stuff and just kind of living in the past and just remembering folks and moments and perfect. Plus, it's like I saw a dude on Twitch yesterday. His name was Bolt. I don't know if that was his channel name or not. I did follow him. I can look here in a minute if somebody cares. But it was neat. He was doing collages in like real life, and so here I am sitting on a mountain of stuff, and I was like, "What am I doing? Why am I not making stuff with the stuff?" So Bolt, you know, I was just a lurker in your space. I gave you a follow for sure, and but it was inspiring to watch your stuff. So that's one of the reasons I love Twitch. Very cool. Wonder what these guys were talking about. You know, probably nothing. Barbecue. What's happened at work. Could be that the war was still going on. Depending on exactly when this guy's got his attention was pulled somewhere. You know, what's he looking at? It's interesting to think, as full and complete as our lives are, right? As nuanced and varied. Think of all the things that make up your life, whether they're good or they're bad, just the totality, the sum of it all. And then realize that the world is so big that every person that you walked by today or saw on TV or YouTube or whatever has a life as varied and as nuanced and as deep as yours. Rinse, repeat for all of humanity. And then when you realize that, how can you not have empathy for your fellow man? You know what I mean? That's the one thing. That's one of the many things that I've learned kind of looking back at history. Like each one of these little blurless, faceless blobs here is a human being that had a life, hopefully much longer than mine. You know what I mean? And hopefully my life is much longer than the up till now. You know what I mean? But it's neat. It's a neat thing to think about. Everyone with their own story. Everyone with their own journey. Everyone with their own problems. Where was those guys? Yeah, he's looking this way, see? Alright. I'm still cleaning up the crowd. Let me see if I can't get away with some of The feet. Now this feet is sky. That's sky. That's sky. That's sky. We'll have to see. I don't know if I think I might actually have to come back and do that because it shouldn't be sky, right? It should be field. Because it's the field back there. I can't tell exactly what's going on here. Yeah, see that? I think that's sky. Yep, that is. Look. It's his shoulders there. There's his face there. It's like an impressionist painting, I'm telling you. So one thing we'll also be able to do is option and click.
See, Prince Zuko, a moment of quiet is good for your mental well-being.
Yes, it is. Get that kind of dialed in here. Ooh, look. It's almost like coloring. You guys remember coloring as a kid? It's kind of like that, but different. All right, so we need to kind of get these in here because this is... This is like where it all connects and stuff. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But let's do this part first. That I know we can do. I think we did. I think we just have to kind of... Man, it's just too wide. It's okay. Yeah, that's better. I don't know if that's enough. Because I don't want to... See, that's just... That one especially. We'll turn up the opacity and we'll take a look. And if it looks terrible, we'll deal with it. Just like we deal with everything else. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, that doesn't look bad. I don't think I'm quite finished with these folks, though. Or am I? Did I get all the way over here? No. Oh, yeah, it's covering all that up. Like a lot. Oops. Yeah, look at that. I'm just pulling it off like it's... Oh, it goes all the way down here, even. Look at this guy. What's he got on his shoe? Look at all these little stories in this painting. It's like a little, like a little, oh gosh, what are those paintings? This should all be solid black, right? Yeah. Dun, dun. That's the mask we've made, friends. See, we kind of clean it up with just by eyeballing it. This obviously needs more work. Work we shall give it. Let's make sure we're not adding any undue changes that we don't want. See, like that kind of stuff. You know this is all supposed to be filled in. So this is no big deal when you know, it's on the internet and stuff. But when you're printing it, and people can stare at it for a bajillion years, it does in fact need to be a little more At least not sharp. You just don't want sharpness anywhere. You don't want anything to give it away. Oh. Actually, let's do this. Oh man. Yeah, we got a ways to go. Yeah, I'll just do this and I'll paint it back in. Like that needs to be. But let's go with this softer brush. Like here, this doesn't need to. We'll kind of clean this up a bit. I would say this part needs to be pretty spot on. Oh, this was the
I poured your tea because I wanted to. And for no
we let
other
Photoshop do the masking. And it was not great. It was not great. Not great. Perfect. Yeah, that's way better. Good job, team. I don't know if we need to be that crazy. Oh, that's probably some dude's face anyway. Like I said, that's the fence. Too much. Nope. Oh, I'm covering a bunch of shit anyway. Yeah. So it needs to be. See, I don't care if it bleeds over a little bit. And then we're going to blur it, hopefully. Because it would bleed over, right? You know what I mean? Because the light would wrap it a little bit. So it's all right if it bleeds a bit. Honestly, it's almost preferred. And plus, these highlights, some of these are specular highlights, which would still be like that. Dun, dun, dun. There may have been an easier way to do this, but this is where we ended up. Sometimes I feel like Twitch is like show and tell. Like everyone just kind of brings their own talents and stuff and just kind of hangs out. There we go. Perfect. Maybe come here and give these like a little kiss. Little kiss. I really want to try my hand at painting. Like everything has like their own technique, but like the principle should be the same, right? It's less of, it's more of how to do it, less what to do. But even I'm sure there's the how sometimes dictates the rest of it. But basically what I'm trying to do is not trying to downplay it and say, oh, it must be easy. I'm sure it's hard. And I'm sure it's nothing like this. Iroh, come back. Wait, is this even right? Nope. Oop, is that what I wanted to do there? Ah, come on, Steven. Or is that a highlight? It could be a highlight. Let's see. Reveal what you have. Oh, there's a lot going on that we covered up. What is all this? Why are you always lying? Come on. Come on. Yeah, let's get that in there. That's probably... I didn't want to do that. Look how much better that looks. My goodness. Oh, goodness. Look at this up here. What fresh hell is this? Never trust Photoshop to do your selections. Actually, normally it does quite well. I don't want to piss off the Photoshop gods. Ta-da-da. Is that right? Nope.
The secret ingredient is love.
We're getting there, friends. Ooh, 7-minute stretch. All right, I see definitely a couple of issues. What is that? Could be like a ladder, could be... That's right, baby. We get down to the pixels. Sometimes you just got to use your judgment. You want to look... Again, you just want it to look real as possible. All right. See, now this up here, this looks really bad. Nope, I'm not gonna do that either. There we go. Yeah, it was just real cut up and uneven. See, but that wouldn't be real because that would go straight down like that, wouldn't it? Ah. That's probably going to be as good as we're going to get. See, now what will happen is I will go to print this, and I'll have to print it like 20 times because I'll keep seeing shit. Like this don't look right. Yep. Now it looks better. Like, again, some of the highlight is good. But only if it's actually like highlight. Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Yeah. Ooh, no, don't want to go quite that far. Oh, it's another pole. Let's get the pole. Anything that kind of goes in front of the background kind of adds another element to, because I know there's nothing like super artistic about a pole. You know what I mean? But it's less about the pole and more about what the pole does for us as realism is concerned. Because other than that, we don't care otherwise. And honestly, it probably does detract from the overall image. But again, I think in this case, I think it's a winner. Oh, these are sailors. That's why it looks weird. Yeah, his shoulder's right there. Interesting. And that's a newspaper. I love this image. I'm not gonna lie. It's got so much going on. And it's just inherently interesting because of the time period and the framing, and it's just got a lot going for it. So that's kind of what I do. Like, I will pick out I will buy old collections of photos, unsorted photos, right? I do prefer them if no one else has gone through them, except for maybe obviously the family. The family needs to keep all the memories that matter. But basically what I'm looking for is like neat compositions, just neat moments, maybe moments that other people won't recognize as awesome because they need like a vast amount of work. And most people, by and large, aren't going to do that, because it's kind of weird what I'm doing. But I like it, and it makes me happy. So, maybe somebody will think I actually like put all this together. Again, I think that's a sailor's hat. We want to be careful here. This is what I don't understand what it is, but that's another hat there. It's very interesting. So that's another sailor there. His hat ends about there. There's something going on here. And I can't tell if this has got to be his shoulder. Right? So maybe I can do something, because he's got to have a shoulder. Maybe. All right, that's cool. Dun, dun. Could actually come in a little tighter there. Oop, too much. Too much. Too much. I know this is riveting for people to watch. But, like I said, I'm having a good time. Perfect. I think I get rid of all that. So, ooh no. Ooh no. You see, now you guys know why I can find them headshots, because you have to be so precise. You have to use very precise tools. Not what I wanted. All right, I think that looks not perfect. Because technically, that's interesting. You know what? Let's get rid of the insulators. Because that's what I think is what they are, is insulators. But I can't. I think the light's doing something funny. Now it looks like a cross. It's funny. Maybe in one of the... It does look like a cross. Oh, well. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Let's save it while we're here. We haven't saved the whole time. Save as... We'll go to desktop. Race composite, we'll call it, I guess. How are we doing on time? 7:30. Holy smokes. I've already been streaming longer than I thought I was going to stream. Already an hour. Wow. Okay. We'll give this a little bit more time. And we might have to come do another day. See, doing this, you get rid of the field completely. Which is okay. It's not... Something like that is pretty good. I do like this. I do like this. This is... Folks, I think that's... We're not quite finished, but I think that's good. Or even like that, even. Because this was bugging me. There was negative space underneath this. There should be a awning thing here. That doesn't make any sense. So one things we need to do. First, let's make this another layer and turn it off just in case I screw this up. And then let's go filter. Let's add some blur. You see, that might be a bit much, actually. Something like that, maybe? I'm really oh, that's so loud. I'm sorry. I'm really liking this piece. Oh no, I unplugged my music. Oh, okay, I see a spot here. What's going on right there? And that right there. Just see, you gotta have an eye for these things. Details. Actually, I'm not. I'm worried about this. Oh, well, you know what? It's probably because of this. Let me paint that shit back on is why. Doesn't that look way better? I am, for the sake of the even though, you know what rush am I in? And then just a little bit outwards. There we go. Say better. This needs to be painted back in. These poor guys don't have anything to stand on. Oop, nope, wrong button. This is not supposed to look like this either. Yeah, let's at least make it look straight. One of the great things about unnatural, and I say unnatural, not like in a terrible, oh my god, it's so gross. But man-made things is that the lines are straight. In nature, they're curvy, they grow wherever they want, that kind of thing. So you have to be a little bit more careful when you're dealing with nature, but one of the ways that you can tell when you're dealing with man-made stuff is that the lines are straight. Not that nature can't produce straight lines, it absolutely can. But when's the last time you saw wood in a straight line? Like a plank of wood. See, I think you should have a little bit of booth back there, right? Because that line would go straight, and it would go straight down. Just cleaning it up. Once we just kind of committed. Oh, my music never came back. Test 1 2. No. Must have music. What? Where did my music go? Oh, because it literally turned off. Because it wants me to watch an ad.
Try YouTube Premium on us.
There we go. I don't know what that message was about. Why didn't do something stupid? All right, that looks better. Now, normally I think I need something over the top of it to kind of bring it together. Like we always do, like maybe one sort of kind of global adjustment. And I like to keep it simple. I don't need to go crazy. But just kind of one more filter over the top of everything. Just to kind of bring it together a little bit. Now that's looking pretty good. Another thing we want to do, and I'm gonna go through all these folks and kind of zoom in and see all that, but I'm not gonna do that on stream because that will get super tedious. And I don't want to do that to you because I respect you more than that. And also like make sure I got the flag on this side. So one thing that we also want to do, we want to do some selective sharpening, and we want to actually, this is gonna bug me because I really do think this awning has to connect, right? I guess it doesn't. Right, even through here? Surely. Yep, there it is right there. You see it? Okay. You see it? It's right there. You guys may not actually be able to see that. This selection underneath there. One of the tricks you can use with the feathering brush is that don't quite click on it, and the feathering itself will kind of show up for you. I guess is probably what's going on over here. Maybe we just no, that wouldn't be straight, would it? Maybe more like that. Actually, that's too much. Let's do like 25%. Because then we can fake it. Even if it's not supposed to. If it's, I want it to be there, so we're going to put it there. It still looks like it's... Nope. The real question, friends, is what are we going to cook for dinner? Still just wasn't working for me. All right, we're going to do some selective burning and... We're going to do some burning and dodging. And we are going to do some selective sharpening. Let's first start with the selective sharpening. So control bunch of buttons to do that. Control Shift Alt E is a combined visible or whatever, merge visible. So we'll do this like high pass sharpening. I want to say it's linear light. So now, look at that difference. Isn't that crazy? So we kind of want everything to be sharper except for the clouds and stuff, right? So what we need to do. So what I've done is I've copied the mask from when we masked the peoples in, and I'm going to invert it. So what that will do is right now it's affecting the sky and not the foreground, and we want it to affect the foreground. So Control I. And now what that will do, as you can see, this I think you can see really well right here. Look at that difference. Now, obviously, that's a bit much. But it may not be that much. Oh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so happy with this. I am so happy with this. And then let's just select it. I don't know if you need. I think that's where we wanted it. So now we're doing one of my favorite ways to burn and dodge, is just creating a neutral layer filled with neutral gray. And then we just paint like at 15% the color. And let's default back to. And what this will do is I just want to dodge the foreground a little bit, or excuse me, burn it. I'm darkening it because I want them to, their eyeballs to go towards the other parts of the image. And I'm darkening the sides of the image here. I do want more contrast in this guy. And I want the sides. I want them to live right here. When I say them, I mean y'all. So we're also gonna kind of brighten this up. Who's Evan on TikTok? I don't know. So we're brightening that up, and I also want to brighten up this moment here, and then kind of darken around them a little bit, and even throughout here. Woo! I think. Do we like this? Yeah. Oh yeah. We do. It's probably too much on the other side, but you know what? That is too much on the other side. So, but I do like what it's doing. So we're actually just going to do a radial gradient from just black to white. Is that what we wanted? No. This is what we want. Yeah. What do we think, friends? I think we could push it more. Now let's see what that looks like. And then, oh, it's so good. So this is a radial gradient. Nope, the opposite of that. So we would do that. Oh, that didn't even do all that much. Oh, it's because we didn't push it very far. Oh, that's so fun, isn't it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to be it. I am quite pleased with this. If you remember, we started here, and now we're here. So just with some color balancing, sky replacement, and just good composition, and then just knowing where your points of interest and things are. And also, you can see even in the image, through this right-hand side, like this is much less in focus. You could tell whoever the originator of the photograph was tried to nail their focus right over here. And like that alone could be an image of itself. Which, let's take a look at that composition. So we have this composition. Let's actually duplicate. Where is that? Image layers. Where's duplicate? How do you just make it new? Anyway, So going through the 4x5 from before, because right now it's 60 by 9. Like, that's an image too, right? Honestly, I think it would work better as a square. Yeah, like that's... Again, we're not going to keep this one, but is that not an image in of itself? You know, and then you'd probably want to rotate it just a little bit. Get your straight line on the ammo, you know, back there. You'd have to open it up. I'd probably want to make more sky in here too. But anyway, that's not the composition we're going with. Come on. We are, in fact, going to add our logo, and then we're going to save it out, and then we're going to wrap it up. But not this, because this isn't the composition we want. Come on. I think I made it mad. Ding. Don't ding at me. You don't know me. First, let's go back. Undo crop. That's the image. File. Open reset. Even though there is an argument to be made for the other one, I understand that. Maybe another day. All right. I should pull that off to the side. One thing I used to love to do is put my logo in like fun places. Like I could make it part of the track here, or I could like put it up against this wall or just something fun. But I think I'm going to put it right next to the Coca-Cola because that's where everyone's eye is going to go. And I think that's where we'll put it for now, folks. Anyway, I appreciate everyone watching. Let me save this. Show it to my wife. Because she is the arbiter of all. That is good. We'll just do that. All right, friends. We're getting this is where we landed up. That's where we started. This is where we are. So it was pretty cool. I like this image a lot, and it will be available for print. I am going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb, make sure those selections are nice and good. Still not 100% happy with this right here, because you can see kind of some of that selection there. But yeah, just going over it with a fine-tooth comb, that kind of thing. But other than that, I was going to add this guy to it, you know, and I might still. Let's see if we can't do it in 5 seconds or less. Gabriel, check this out, bud. My son's coming. We are live. Say hello to everybody. We have nobody watching, though, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
It's all right. It's Friday night. Everyone's out. But look at this. I made this here. So we started here. And now we're here. Is that cool?
Wait, go back.
We started here. And now we're here.
Nice.
And I was going to end the stream, but then I was like, maybe I could put that guy in there real fast.
Cerebos.
Do you want me to do it?
Cerebos.
Stamples?
Cerebos. Cerebos.
Cerebus, yes. Cerebus. This is actually one of Mom's figures.
Yes.
Let me see if I can't do it real fast. You guys getting hungry?
Yeah, a little bit. Do you know what mythology Cerebos is from?
Oh, yeah. Greek mythology, right?
Yep. It's from Greek.
So let's actually make him a little smaller.
And you got there's a lot of wolves from Norse mythology. You got
Sure.
Fenrir. You got the two wolves that chased the sun and the moon. There's a lot of wolves.
There is a lot of wolves. What's up with that? Let's do like that. So then he would be Of course, I have to. He like compositionally has to like work in a specific spot, right?
Cerebus.
Cerebus.
Cerebis. Lighter. Fire. Fire. Some cases. There we go. Put that down.
Fire.
That one.
All right, Gabe. Why don't you head up, buddy, and I'll be up in just a minute.
Over there.
I love you too, Bubby.
Also, I kind of want to try that new cigarette you got.
Dude, just have that. I'm probably gonna do the same. I got that for us to try. I'm gonna go make meal, but when I go, as soon as I'm done with this, I'll make meal and I'll come join you in your room. I'll watch you play some games. I'm just like decapitating these folks. I kind of want him behind the trees, to be honest. So how would that look? Let's do this all over again. So this he would be in front of, right? So we're gonna have to fade him way out. I know this isn't like the best, but it's gonna work. So stupid. I don't know why I keep insisting. It's because the other selection isn't good. Right. Okay, so the first thing, we're going to use that clipping layer trick like that we used earlier. We're going to hue sat the crap out of this guy. And just kind of, oh, we already see something we messed up. Let's come back to our layer. This is not going to work. So what this is, my son was right. He was saying Cerberus. And is it a red flag that my son's playing with fire? Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we got that in. How do you create something that's a shadow that isn't already a shadow? Of course you would blur it, right? But that's not enough. Oh, you know what? What if you just... did something like that? He's obviously way too sharp. Now, you're going to laugh, but I actually did think about this when I was... when I photographed, I wanted to make sure the light was coming from the right side. Let me desat him completely. And then let's do a color balance on him. Come to the highlights and let's push it. Let's push it. Definitely more towards that orange. It's like a bad Beeb horror movie, isn't it? It's too much blur. But it definitely has to be blurred. Maybe the 1.7 was good. Something in that range. What does that look like, guys? It needs to be less sharp. Almost foggy, even haze. How do you add haze? Clarity could do it. Or the lack of, rather. I do kind of like that. Let's do that. I wonder if there's a... So, if you come over to layer, there's an... Oh, you can't do it to just that. Let's just try it to one of them. Adjustments. And then there is... I know I said I was going to end it, and then I had this idea, and here we are. Show more options. Let me show you this. Huh. I'm going to go the opposite of that, my friend. I do like the way that looks. Maybe that just is the focus of the image. Maybe I can blur this one a bit more. Filter. No, I can't do that too much. I mean, I guess it's okay sharp because you do want it to be the focus of the image. I do like that we put the blues in the and it does look like... I do like this. Well, we'll save it for now, and then we'll run with it. Let's make this a little... I think this is a huge file, isn't it? I like it. I don't like it. I like it a lot. Cerberus. So we'll use this for like a thumbnail. Do you know what I mean? So, and I do like to not leave them like that, and I do like to save them. Just make sure they're big. All right, that's gonna do it, guys. I appreciate it. If you watch this in the future, you guys rock face. Thanks. Doom. I hit the buttons. It's just gonna keep going. I don't know why. I'm just gonna dance slowly off in the distance.